I saw this contest post while scrolling through my Facebook timeline, and I snickered at the thought of having to choose just one story out of the hundreds that reside in my memory space. I've worked as a veterinary technician for nearly 15 years, so you can imagine the plethora of stories that have accumulated in this overworked brain of mine. Some of the most fondest memories were during the time I worked with exotic and wildlife patients. The experience was what ultimately made exotic pet medicine my special area of interest. Living in Florida means you really get to see some fascinating exotic pets. The clinic I worked for at the time was also a secondary wildlife rehabilitation center. I had the utmost pleasure to be able to work with animals such as bald eagles, American alligators, possums, snakes, deer, and I could just go on and on. After working with only feline and canine patients for years, I found working with exotic patients slightly intimidating at first. I remember being nervous about working with pythons, but after a few years, you could find me in the treatment area taking a selfie while kissing a python's super cute little noggin. I only recommend this if you're developed exceptional restraint skills. I learned to appreciate this branch of veterinary medicine, and I developed so much respect for these scaly and feathery patients. The amount of knowledge I received from this experience is beyond words. There was a case of a beautiful bald eagle who had an injured wing, and I was so lucky enough to be able to assist in the radiographs and also participated in the release back into the wild. I definitely felt like one lucky American that day. Or how about the opportunity I had to be the surgical tech for a foreign body surgery on a bearded dragon who swallowed 2 pennies? I could keep you here for hours with the stories I could tell. For the sake of being productive on my day off, I'll stop there. This is my cool vet tech story that I often share with friends and family. They're always flabbergasted to learn that I used to cuddle on the break room couch with a domesticated possum named Pedro during my infrequent lunch breaks. I encourage all veterinary technicians to explore different areas of this wonderful field, and maybe they too will have such a rewarding and positive experience as I did.